So we're going to look at gradients today, and explicitly we're going to look at the formula for finding a gradient. So up till now, when we've done gradients, we've looked at y equals mx plus c, and the fact that we start at a y point on the y-axis and we move a gradient. So that gradient, can anybody tell me how that gradient moved? It went up or down and then to the right, all right, to keep that up for positive, down for negative, and right always. Shouldn't ever have two negatives in a fraction because they cancel out, so we don't have to worry about the left when we're moving. We're going to do the same sort of thing, but this time what we're interested in is being given 2 points. How do we find the gradient of the line that joins those 2 points? All right, so explicitly we're looking for the that joins 2 points, okay? So that means we're going to be given 2 points, or a piece of information about 2 points. There's a really special point on our axes. It's called the origin. Does anybody know where the origin is on the graph? Yes, it's the intercept between the x and y axis, so 0, 0. Sometimes they use that word instead of telling you you've got the point 0, 0. But we're going to look at, if we've got 2 points, so let's say this one, -1, 1, and this one, 2, 5, what is the gradient of that line? That's actually not a line, it's a line segment. The line keeps going all the way this way and keeps going all the way this way, but we're interested in the ones between those 2 points. So what could we do to find out the gradient? We could count. Good. So we could count 1, 2, 3, 4. M equals 4. Up over 1, 2, 3. The gradient is going to be 4 over 3. If we don't have a graph, or if we have numbers too big to put on a graph, then we want a formula. That formula is M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The y is the up and down, the x is the across, so make sure you get them in the right order. That's our formula for today that we're using. So let's find it using these 2 points. So we've got a point that is 2, 5, and a point that is -1, 1. So we need to label these points. x1, y1, x2, y2. Really important to label them properly. The amount of people who fail the standard because they go x1, x2, y1, y2. Okay? Another really important note. So, when we use the formula, what do we get? M equals y2, 1, minus y1, 5, over x2, -1, minus x1 is 2. That's 1 minus 5 is -4. -1 take away 2 is -3. But I just said we don't have negatives on the top and the bottom. We cancel them out. So it's 4 over 3, which we already knew because we counted it. All right? But if we didn't have one, so another example, if we didn't have the picture and we didn't know the answer, what would we get? M equals, label the points first, x1, y1, x2, y2. I saw a lot of you trying to get away with not labelling the points yesterday. Make sure you do. So we've got y2, negative 2 minus 0 over negative 3 minus 7 equals. Negative 2 take away 0 is negative 2. Negative 3 take away 7 is negative 10. If you can't cancel fractions, use your calculator or don't do it. Okay? But we definitely cancel the negatives. It's 1 over 5 if I cancel it in my calculator. Pretty easy.